Good morning, everyone. My name is Teacher Annalyn from Jesus the Heart of God Christian Academy, and we will continue our enhancement training in English subject. So today, we will continue the topic that we have done yesterday, and it is about the basic sentence pattern. So let us now proceed to our lesson. Okay, so before we proceed to the new pattern, let's have a quick review of the previous pattern. So we've discussed the first pattern, which is the subject-verb pattern. So in the subject-verb pattern, it consists of a subject and a verb. So what is that? Subject can be a noun or a pronoun plus the verb. So that is the first sentence pattern. And the second one is the SVO pattern, or what we call subject verb object pattern. So when we talk about subject verb object pattern, so there should be a subject or the noun or a pronoun plus the verb, which is the action word, and plus the object, which can be, we've discussed it yesterday, we've discussed the two kinds of object, which is the direct object and indirect object. So how will you find out if it's a direct object? If it answers the who or what, and if it's indirect object, it answers to whom, for whom, or to what. Okay, now let's have the sentence pattern number 3, which we had an overview yesterday. So the SVIODO pattern. So what do you mean by that? S stands for the subject, V stands for the verb, IO stands for the indirect object, DO stands for the direct object. Again, let's have a quick review. When we say direct object, it is what? It answers the question who or what. And when we say IO or indirect object, it answers the question to whom, for whom, or to what. Okay? So I have here examples, and let's try to identify the S, which is the subject, V, the verb, the IO, which is the indirect object, and DO, which is the direct object. Okay? So let's have the first sentence. Let me read the sentence for you. He cooks me dinner. Again, he cooks me dinner. Where do you think is the subject in the sentence? Alright, good job. So the word he is the subject in the sentence. And can you identify what part of speech is the word he? Okay, good job. So the word he is what we call pronoun because it can replace a specific name of a person. For example, father. Okay, and the word cooks is the verb. Now, where do you think is the IO or indirect object? Alright, so to whom did he cook dinner? Alright, so the answer is me. Or for whom did he cook dinner? That's for me. So the answer is the word me. So definitely the IO or the indirect object in the sentence is the word me. And what about the word dinner? Alright, so what did he cook? And that is dinner, correct. So the word dinner is what we call direct object because it answers the question what. Alright, let's move on to the next sentence. I cook us dinner. Again, I cook us a dinner. Alright, so where do you think is the subject? Can you identify now? All right, perfect. So the word I is the subject, cook is the verb, and IO is the word us, and the direct object is what we call, or the word dinner. All right, good job. You're doing a great job. You can follow my explanation. So let's move on to the third sentence, which is your friend cooks you dinner. Your friend cooks you dinner. So where do you think is the subject? All right, very good. The word your friend, and then the verb is cooks, and the word you is VIO, and the word dinner is direct object. Again, you take note, guys, that when we talk about indirect object, one of the qualities of having an indirect object is it can be omitted in the sentence, okay? So, even if you omit the word you, your friend cooks dinner, it can stand alone. It is a complete sentence. Alright? So IO is one of the qualities of having an IO or being an indirect object is that it can be omitted. Okay? But we use IO to make the sentence specific. Okay? Now, let's have the next one. Bob cooks him, her, it dinner. Okay? So either of the pronoun, you can use it. Okay? And the next one is Susan cooks them dinner. Okay? So the picture overpowered the word. So I'm sorry for the technical or the typographical error. So it's dinner. Alright, so those are the examples, and it's your turn. So let's have a quick practice, okay? Before we proceed to another pattern, alright, so let's have a quick activity. So this is a 5-number or 5-item activity. So I want you to identify the subject, verb, IO, or the indirect object, DO, direct object pattern. Okay? So where do you think is the subject? Alright, let's read first. Lisa wrote her sister a letter. Again, Lisa wrote her sister a letter. So where do you think is the subject? Okay, good job. So the word Lisa is the subject, and the word wrote is the verb. Now, what do you think is the indirect object in the sentence? For whom is the letter? For her sister. So, good job. The indirect object is the word, or her sister is the indirect object. And the direct object is the word letter. Good job. Now, what about the second one? I fed the dog some popcorn. Again, I fed the dog some popcorn. Okay, the word I is the subject. Fed is the verb. Alright, so what about the indirect object? Alright, so the word the dog is indirect object. And, alright, so what did you feed the dog? Okay, good job. The popcorn. What about number 3? Can you answer? 5 seconds. Okay, great job. So okay, the subject here is Mary. Gave is the verb. Ramon is what? The indirect object. Good job. And gift is the direct object. Good job. Alright, now let's have the next one. Mario pitched Alice the baseball. Again, Mario pitched Alice the baseball. So what did Mario pitch? Okay, good job. So the word the baseball or the ball, alright, is the direct object because it answers the question, what? And to whom did he pitch the ball? Okay, to Alice. So Alice is the indirect object. Good job. Now what about the last sentence? Mother bought Lisa a new skirt. Again, mother bought Lisa a new skirt. So what did mother buy? Okay, a new skirt. So definitely the mother is the subject, bought is the verb, and what answers the question what? Okay, good job. The word new skirt. So that is the direct object, and the indirect object is the word or the name Lisa. Very good. Good job. So I hope that you've got a perfect score on our quick activity. Now let us now move on to the next pattern, which is the pattern SVDOOC. So what do you mean by that? So S stands for subject, V stands for the verb, DO stands for the direct object, and OC stands for, very good, the object complement. Alright, so we have to take note. What is object complement? Object complement is a predicate expression that follows a direct object and complements the subject by describing it. Okay? Again, when we say object complement, it is a predicate expression and it follows the direct object. So let's have an example. Okay. Another thing is that you have to remember there are two kinds of object complement. It can be a noun or an adjective. So let's define again what is a noun and what is an adjective. When we say noun, these are the names of a person, place, things, animals, or an event. Okay? Now, when we say adjective, it's a describing word. Okay? So when a word is a describing word, that is an adjective. Okay? So I have here some examples of OC or object complement that can be a noun and OC that can be a adjective. Okay? So let's have an example. First is the noun. So we named the child Robin. So where do you think is the subject? Okay, good. So the word we is the subject. Named. Alright, named is the verb. Alright, the word child is the direct object and the word Robin is the object complement. What did you name the child? Okay, it's Robin. Okay, now what about the next one? The class elected the boy the treasurer. Okay, so what is the subject? The word, the class, and the verb is the word elected. The boy is the direct object, very good, and this is the direct object. Always remember, object complement is next to the direct object. So the word the treasurer is our object complement. It complements, like what we said, object complement. From the word object complement, it complements the object. It tells something about the object. It tells something what is about the object. Okay, so that is quite easy for you to to identify the object complement. Okay, let's have the next one. The committee called the festival Fall Fest. Where is the subject? Okay, good. The word the committee is the subject, called is the verb, correct? And the direct object is the festival. So what is the name of the festival? fall fest. So it modifies or describes the object, which is the festival. So definitely this one complements the object. So that is why this is the object complement. Okay? Clear? Good job. You are a good listener. Alright, so again, we're done with the examples of object complements, which are nouns. Now, it can also be an adjective. So let's try some of the sentences here. So the first one is the word Sam. Sam thought the idea was silly. Okay, again, Sam thought the idea was silly. So where is the subject? Okay, good. The word Sam is the subject. Thought is the verb because it indicates action. And the object is the idea. So what is about the idea? It's silly. Silly is a describing word. So that one complements the object, which is the word idea. Okay? Alright, let's move on to the second one. The noise drove him mad. Again, the noise drove him mad. Okay, so where is the subject? Okay, the word the noise. And what about it? Okay, so the action is the word drove. And okay, who made the noise? Okay, and that is him. Okay, and the word mad is, okay, describes the word him. So mad is a describing word. So this is an adjective. Okay, an object complement, which is an adjective. All right, now what about this one? He painted the wall green. Again, he painted the wall green. So where's the subject? Okay, the word he. And what about the word painted? Good job. So that is an action word and that is a verb. Now what about the direct object? What did he paint? Okay, the wall. So this one is the direct object. And what is the color of the wall? Okay, so the color is green. So the word green describes our object, which is the wall. So this is an object complement and this is an example of a sentence which the object complement is an adjective. Okay, clear? Okay, so I think you are now ready for our short activity. So I have 10 sentences here. I'll give you a short moment to identify the following, okay? So you have 10 seconds to identify. Are you ready? Okay, so let us now answer orally, okay? Let's have the first one. That case made the lawyer famous. That case made the lawyer famous. Okay, so that case is the noun, made is the verb, lawyer is the object, direct object, and the word famous is the object complement. So what kind of complement is this? Is it noun or an adjective? Good job! The word famous is a describing word, so this is definitely an adjective. Good job. Now let's have the second one. We found the house empty. Again, we found the house empty. Okay, the word we is the subject. Verb is the word found. House is the direct object and the word empty is the object complement, which is an adjective. Very good. What about this one, number 3? I thought the place, plan. Okay, sorry for that. It should be plan. I thought the plan unwise. I fought the clan and why. So what do you think is the subject? Okay, good. The word I. And what about the word thought? Okay, it's the verb. Good job. The plan is the direct object and unwise is an object complement and this is an adjective again. Okay, what about this one? We consider the matter important. Again, we consider the matter important. Okay, so the subject we is the word we is the subject, consider is the verb, the matter is the direct object, and important is an object complement, which is an adjective. Very good. Now, what about this one? I told them a joke. Again, I told them a joke. Okay, I is the subject, told is the verb, them is the direct object, and joke is what? That's the object complement. Very good. But let's try to identify. Is it a noun or an adjective? Okay, good. Joke is an idea. Okay, and it's a name of an idea. So it is a noun. Very good. You're so smart. All right, now let's have the other sentences. All right, mother baked me a cake. Again, mother baked me a cake. Mother is the subject, baked is the verb, me is the direct object, and cake is what? It's a noun. What about this one? They read the children the story. Okay, so they is the subject, read is the verb, children is the direct object, and this one is the object complement, which is a noun. Very good. Now, what about this one? I gave him a book. Again, I gave him a book. Okay, so I is the subject, gave is the verb, him is the direct object, and book is the object complement, which is a noun. All right, what about this one? I find this book interesting. Again, I find this book interesting. I is the subject. Find is what? Find is the verb, the job. What about this one? Book. Okay, book is the direct object and interesting is what? That's the object complement. Now let's try to find out if it's an adjective or a noun. Okay, so interesting is a describing word. So definitely this is an adjective. Very good. Now let's have the last one, okay? So Maria dyed her hair orange. Again, Maria dyed her hair orange. Oh, I will not dye my hair orange. Okay, so Maria is the subject, dyed is the verb. Okay, her hair is what we call direct object, and orange is a color. So it's a describing word. So definitely that is an adjective. Did you get all 10 items scored? Did you get a perfect score? Oh, good job. So I hope that you've learned something from me today. We will continue our next topic tomorrow. So don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel. So again, my name is Teacher Annalyn. And again, you are all welcome to our school, which is Jesus the Heart of God Christian Academy. See you tomorrow. Goodbye.
Good day, everyone. So we are now in our 5th day of Enhancement Training Program in Mathematics. So by the way, my name again is Miss Roslyn G. Fernando from Jesus the Heart of God Christian Academy. So yesterday, we discussed about the laws of exponents or the exponent rules. So we've done the two parts or the two rules of exponent. So what are they? So number one, according to the rule number 1, if we multiply two expressions with the same base, we are going to add their exponents. And in rule number 2, if we divide two expressions rather with the same base, we are going to subtract the exponents. Okay, naaalala pa? Okay, but before we continue our topic for today, let's have an activity first. If you truly understand our topic yesterday. Okay, so please get a sheet of paper or a scratch paper and a pen, and please write what I'm going to say. Okay, so number 1, we have 3 raised to 3. Okay, number 1, we have 3 raised to 3 or 3 cubed. Okay, number 2, we have x raised to 4. Again, x raised to 4 times x raised to 2. Again, number 2, x raised to 4 times x raised to 2. Okay, you have 10 seconds to answer that. Okay, again, if you have the same base, you are going to add their exponents. Okay, are you done? Okay, so number 1, the answer is 27 because the first expression is 3 raised to 3. You are going to multiply the base itself by 3. So we have 3 times 3, we have 9. 9 times 3, we have 27. Okay, who got the correct answer? Please check your paper. Okay, number 2, we have x raised to 6 times, x raised to 4 rather, times x raised to 2. Again, we have x raised to 4 times x raised to 2. So what is your answer? Okay, the correct answer is x raised to 6. Okay, why x raised to 6? Because according to rule number 1, if we have two same base, okay, if we have two expressions that have the same base, we are going to add their exponents. Okay, very good. Okay, so let's proceed to our rule number 3 of laws of exponents. Okay, just wait for a while. Okay, so we have here the exponent rule number 3. Okay, so when raising a power to a power, you multiply the exponent. So what does it mean by power to a power? So it means that if we multiply, or when we're raising an exponent to an exponent, okay, we multiply their exponents. Okay, power to a power rule. That is a power to a power rule. So what is the formula? Okay, this is an example, or this is the formula that we have. Okay, b raised to n, this is the first power, okay, the quantity of b raised to n to the power of n. Okay, if we multiply the quantity of b raised to n to the power of n, what will be the answer? According po dito sa ating rule number 3, when raising a power to a power, you multiply the exponents. Okay, because we have a variable here, pagsasamahin lang po natin sila. So, b raised to n times n. So, b raised to n times n equals hindi na siya nakasama. So, b raised to n times n equals b raised to n. Okay? So, for example, we have the quantity of x squared raised to the power of 4. Okay, again, the quantity of x squared raised to the power of 4. So, katulad po dito sa ating formula, we are going to multiply their power. So, let's try. X raised to the power of 2 times 4. Okay, again, x raised to the power of 2 times 4. So, dito po sa rule number 3 natin, may pagkakaiba siya sa rule number 1 natin. Kasi sa rule number 1 natin, hindi siya naka-enclose sa parentheses. Sa rule number 1 po natin, if we have the same base, we are just going to add their exponents. But in our rule number 3, okay, this is a power to a power rule. Ang ibig po sabihin nito, ipag-multiply po natin yung power sa isa pang power. Okay, nakataas po yung isang power or yung isang exponent sa isa pang exponent. So, we are going to multiply their exponent po. So, x raised to 2 times 4, what will be the answer? The answer is x raised to 8. Okay, so let's try another example. Okay, so we have the quantity of 2 raised to 2 to the power of 2. Okay, again, the quantity of 2 raised to 2 to the power of 2 equals 2 raised to the power of 2 times 2. Okay? Kasi po naka-enclose siya sa parentheses. Multiplying a power to a power. Okay, so we have 2 raised to 2 times 2 is what? 2 raised to the power of 4. Okay, so this is our final answer. Okay, not yet. Because we need to simplify 2 raised to 4. Okay, according to the definition of exponent po again, paano nga po pala natin kukuhanin yung final answer ng 2 raised to 4? Okay, we are going to multiply the base by itself for how many times the power or the exponent is raised. Okay, so dahil 4 na beses daw po na i-multiply natin si 2, so i-multiply natin siya ng 4 na beses. So we have 2 times 2 times 2 times 2. Okay, hindi siya pwedeng 2 times 4. Okay, hindi po siya pwedeng ganon. Kasi nga, exponent rule tayo, law of exponent tayo. So we have 2 times 2 times 2 times 2. Ma'am, hindi po ba siya pwedeng 4 times 4? Ganon. Kasi yung exponent naman po yung gagawin natin base, hindi po pwede yun. Okay, according to the definition of exponents, you are going to multiply the base itself for how many times the exponent is raised. Okay, so we have 2 times 2 times 2 times 2. So, 2 raised to the power of 4 is equal to 16. Ma'am, paano na nga upo ulit yun? Because 2 times 2, we have 4. 4 times 2, we have 8. 8 times 2 is 16. So, 2 raised to 4 equals 16. Okay, naiintindihan po. Okay, very good. So now, please get another sheet of paper, another piece of paper and a pen, and let's try this exponent rule number 3. Okay, don't forget the formula that we are going to use. The quantity of b raised to n to the power of m equals b raised to n times m. So you have 15 seconds to answer. 15 seconds to answer. Okay, don't forget that we are going to use multiplication. You multiply the exponent. Power to a power. Okay, are you done? Okay, very good. So please, let us check your paper. Okay, number 5. We have h raised to 3 times 2. Okay, what will be the answer? H raised to 5. Is it h raised to 5? Are you sure? Okay, the answer is h raised to 6. Okay, don't forget that we are going to multiply the two exponents. Okay, so h raised to 3 times 2 is h raised to 6. Okay, very good. Okay, so number 6, we have the quantity of 3 squared to the power of 2. Again, the quantity of 3 squared to the power of 2. Okay. How are we going to write this? So 3 raised to the power of 2 times 2. Again, 3 raised to the power of 2 times 2. So 2 times 2 equals 4. Okay, so for how many times you are going to multiply the base or 3 itself? So 4. Okay, 3 times 3 times 3 and times 3. The answer is 81. Okay, 3 times 3 is 9. 9 times 3 is 27. And 27 times 3 is 81. Okay, very good. So, tapos na po tayo sa tatlong rules. Exponent rule number 1, number 2, and number 3. So, now let's move on to exponent rule number 4. Okay. Exponent rule number 4. But before that, okay, so we have here, we have a note here. Ano bang gagawin natin kapag nangyari yun? Ma'am, paano kapag ganito? So, when using this rule, the exponent cannot be brought in the parentheses if there is addition or subtraction operation. Okay, ito yung addition operation natin, yung operation po natin. Okay, hindi mo siya pwedeng gawin ganito. X raised to the power of 2 times 2 is x raised to 4. No. 2 raised to the power of 2 times 2 is equal to 2 raised to the power of 4. Mali-mali po yun. Okay, sa paggamit po ng exponent rule number 3 natin, dapat wala siyang kasamang addition and subtraction operation. Opo. Kasi kapag ganito na po siya, ganito na po yung ating expression, we need to use the FOIL method. Okay? So, yung FOIL method po na yon ay sa susunod pang mga araw natin pag-aaralan kung mabibigyan pa ng pagkakataon. Okay, pero for now, yung exponent rule number 3 po natin ay for a single expression po muna. Okay, single expression or multiplying expression po. Hindi po kasama yung addition and subtraction. Okay, so you would have to use FOIL in this case. So now let's move on to exponent rule number 4. Okay, so when a product is raised to a power, each piece is raised to the power. Okay, again, when a product is raised to a power, each piece is raised to the power. Okay, ma'am, paano po yun? Okay, so this is a product po. A, B. Ma'am, paano mo naging product si A and B? Because A times B equals A, B. Okay, this is how we are going to write this. The quantity of A, B raised to the power of M equals A raised to M, B raised to M. Again, you are going to distribute the exponent to each variable. Okay, so A raised to M, B raised to M. So let's have an example for this. Okay, for example, we have here the quantity of x, y to the power of 2. Okay, the quantity of x and y to the power of 2. Okay, paano siya? Okay, you are going to distribute or multiply the exponent to an exponent to the power to a power. So we have 1 here, di ba? We have imaginary 1 as an exponent. So 1 times 2 is 2, 1 times 2 is 2. So we have x squared, y squared. Okay, another example. We have 2 times 5 raised to the power of 2. Okay, the quantity of 2 times 5 raised to the power of 2. Okay? How do we write this? So 2 raised to 2, then times 5 raised to 2. Okay, 1 times 2 we have 2, 1 times 2 we have 2. Final answer na po ba? Siyempre po, hindi pa. So 2 raised to 2 is what? 2 raised to 2 is 4. Okay, 5 raised to 2 is 25 because 2 times 2 is 4. 5 times 5 is 25. Okay, so is this our final answer? Okay, not yet po. We need to get the product of these two numbers. Okay, 4 times 25 equals 100. So this is now our final answer. Okay, don't forget that in our exponent rule number 4, you're just going to multiply the exponent to another exponent. Okay, so again, please get your papers and the pen, and let's try another activity. Okay, so number 7, we have hk to the third power, and number 8, we have 2 times 3 to the power of 2. Okay, number 7, the quantity of hk to the power of 3, and number 8, the quantity of 2 times 3 to the power of 2. Okay, you have 10 seconds to answer that. Okay, let's check your answer. Okay, number 7, ano po kaya yung magiging sagot? Let's check your paper. Okay, so you distribute the number of exponent to every variable that you have. We have 1 here, imaginary 1 as an exponent of h, and imaginary 1 as an exponent of k. So 1 times 3, we have 3. 1 times 3, we have 3. So the answer for this expression is h cubed k cubed. Again, the answer for this expression is h cubed and k cubed. H cubed, k cubed. Or h to the power of 3, k to the power of 3, or raised to 3. Okay, number 8, we have 2 times 3 to the power of 2. Okay, distribute the exponent in every number. So 2 raised to 2 times 3 raised to 2. The answer is 2 times 2 is 4, 3 times 3 is 9. So 4 times 9 equals 36. Okay, did you get the correct answer? Okay, very good. Okay, again, what is our exponent rule number 3? Okay, if we multiply or if we get the power and the power of one expression, okay, we just multiply the exponent of 2 powers. Ganun din po sa exponent rule number 4. Okay, any product, you multiply you raise to a power of a power, you are just going to multiply the exponent, the 2 exponents itself. Okay, we have a note here. Please note. Okay, this rule is for products only. When using this rule, the exponent cannot be brought in the parentheses if there is addition or subtraction. Again, when using this rule, the exponent cannot be brought in the parentheses if there is addition or subtraction. Ano nga ulit yung ginagamit natin to simplify this expression? Okay, we use FOIL method. Gagawin natin dalawa to. X plus 2 times x plus 2. Hindi po siya pwedeng maging x raised to 2 plus 2 raised to 2. Okay? Okay, so we have exponent rule number 5. But before that, let's end our discussion for today. So tomorrow, I'm going to discuss the exponent rule number 5. We only have one rule left. And the following topic that I'm going to discuss about the laws of exponent is just a note, or it's just a another example for every rule that we have. Okay, so that's it for today. Goodbye, everyone. Class, see you again tomorrow. By the way, my name is Miss Roslyn G. Fernandez. Fernando from Jesus the Heart of God Christian Academy, your mathematics teacher for today. Okay, see you again tomorrow. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Okay, goodbye everyone.